Hi, I'm Ruby Malshe and I love stories because stories teach us how to face the death of a loved one. I recently lost my dad, and so today I choose to share a story to cope with this irreparable loss. Death is often too abstract for those who have never experienced it, but believe me, we need to tell people more and more that we love them before it's too late. Today's story is about a little girl whom I'll choose to call Little Lily. Little Lily had learnt in her science class that all things in this world were born, they grew and changed and eventually died. All this knowledge seemed to be fine in the book until one day little Lily lost her grandpa. Though death was a natural part of life, she found it hard to accept. It was hard to say goodbye to someone so very close. She kept thinking about him and wondered if she should have said something to him before he left, or instead should have not said something in the casual angry or upset manner. Death truly broke hearts. It seemed as if suddenly a part of her had gone missing. It was certainly going to take time to get over such a great loss. Her heart found itself getting heavier with emotions of sadness, guilt, anger, and fatigue. Yes, there were some light moments of happiness too in remembrance of the good and joyful times. Lily locked herself at home and had not the slightest desire to talk with her friends or meet them. She would keep thinking about where her grandpa would be at the moment. She prayed that he would be in a happier place. It helped to think that her grandpa was a single raindrop which had merged with the big ocean. Did life go on after death? Of course. Her grandpa had now become a part of her. He had not gone. He would now continue to stay in her memories forever, and she would always be grateful for all the kindness and love he had given and would continue to give till eternity. There is a beautiful poem I would like to read and hope that it will give all those who have lost someone very dear to them some solace. The anonymous poet must have truly deeply connected to the afterlife when she wrote, "The day God called you home. God looked around in his garden and he found an empty place. He then looked upon this earth and saw your tired face. He put his arms around you and lifted you to rest. God's garden must be beautiful. He always takes the best. He knew that you were suffering. He knew you were in pain. He knew that you would never get well on earth again. He saw that the road was getting rough and the hills were hard to climb, so he closed your weary eyelids and whispered, 'Peace be thine.' It broke our hearts to lose you, but you didn't go alone, for part of us went with you that day that God called you home." Yes, truly, what a wonderful God we have, the source of every mercy and the one who so wonderfully comforts and strengthens us in our hardships and trials, so that when others are troubled, we can pass on to them the same help God gave us. Thank you.